Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back to another moon ceremony. I am Safrianna Lughna, the Queer Spirit Guide, and as always, a delight to be here with you to honor the moon and the energies that are here in this present moment. What energies are here in this present moment? That is for sure. We have been going through some interesting collective times. I feel like I say that every time. I wish I lived in unprecedented times. I feel like all of us have that wish. But here we are doing our best to be human in the midst of this adventure. So may this be a grounding moment for you. Uh, may you enjoy the sounds of my cat playing in the background because she is having a field day right now. If you can hear her kicking, uh, we need more joy. So let her play. Um, yeah, how are you all doing in this particular time? You know, my inbox is always open. My community is always open. I am here if you need any support or love or cheering on because it can feel like a really challenging time right now. So let's drop in to the new moon in Capricorn. So, as always, with these ceremonies, I'll do an energy update. We will clear our energy and set some intentions. And then we will do a guided practice, followed by me pulling some cards for the collective. So, starting with our energy update. Right now, the moon is actually in Aquarius as I'm live right now because the new moon in Capricorn was technically yesterday, but it was a Sunday. And it's important just to note that new moon energy, full moon energy, like that energy is always available to us 3 days before and after the actual event. So we're still very much in that time, but we're also now in a crescent new moon moving into Aquarius. And that is, I feel like, really relevant right now because what Capricorn is pulling in is this closing up energy. There's three words that really came through for me for this moon: closing up, hard work, and patience. So essentially, this new moon is more of a wrap things up than a start new things moon. And it's asking us to close up those old projects, those loose ends. This was coming through with our last full moon as well. This is just a chapter right now of really tying up that which has been outstanding. We haven't had the time, the energy, the resources to complete. We are being asked to complete these tasks, these projects, these relationships, even in some cases right now, so that we have the energy to pull in for what comes ahead. So, again, this is not necessarily a time to be starting new projects. It is, however, a time to be really closing up those old loose ends and putting the hard work in. And I don't love that phrase. Like, it brings up stuff to say hard work, but that's actually what this particular lunation is asking of us, for us to be willing to put in what we consider the hard work to achieve the outcome that we want to achieve, to have enough patience to see through to the end of what we are trying to create. In order to do that, we need to clear up those loose ends and close up those ties. So there really is this energy with this new moon in Capricorn asking us to move away from the past and into the future by intentionally closing out these chapters, by intentionally focusing on what we are actually trying to create in the future by letting go of what's been in the past. So it's a very interesting energy here, and there's so much to play with. And my invitation to you is to really sit with, like, what do I need to leave behind? What do I need to close up so that I can enter the year of the fire horse, which is coming up, really feeling clear and ready to hit the ground running? Because that's the energy that's going to be here with the fire horse, is hitting the ground running and like really fire energy, creativity, big. I mean, I feel big bombastic energy coming with that. And so right now is the preparation. If you're in the northern hemisphere with me, it's also the time between winter solstice and Imbolc. It's a time for us to still be in the slowing down, the slow reemergence of the light, not full speed ahead action. So, Setting focused, practical intentions is really important during this time. You might think about what you need to close out, what you are letting go of, and I'm going to put our intention setting statements up here on the screen. So grab your notebook, grab your pen, and just take 30 seconds here to really tune into this Capricorn chapter we're in, moving into Aquarius. Aquarius welcomes the new ideas and the new ways of thinking. Capricorn is asking us to clear out what was old. And so, how do you need to approach this chapter ahead? What do you need to release? What do you need to commit to? What are you going to put some energy towards in the coming weeks? And I'm going to write my intention down as well here. So just whatever comes through for you. What is your intention for this particular moon? It might be a to-do list even. What plans do you need to make? Not actions to take, but plans to make for the time ahead. And how do you make more spaciousness for what you are calling in? So take this time to write down your intentions. As you are sitting with your intentions, I'm going to do some energy clearing here. And if you've been with me for moon ceremonies before, you know, normally I do smoke cleansing. Our dear Madam Spook, who some of you may have seen on socials, we were trying to figure out what to do for her. She has made herself known to us. I had a beautiful human be willing to communicate with her. And she has very clearly asked that I not use smoke to cleanse anymore. So we're going to deviate from that. And I'm just going to do some energy and some sound work for the clearing here. Love this. Processing my feelings and wrapping up some deep work from 2025. This is the perfect time for that, right? Really wrapping up and integrating all the lessons learned in 2025. So again, as you sit with your intentions here, you can clear your energy in your own space however you want, or just receive this energy clearing from me. Just breathing with your intentions. And you might notice any blips, any naysaying parts, any part of you that's afraid that you can't get this thing that you are working towards, that it's not for you. We're going to just gently let that go. You might use the breath to blow out slowly to release any stuck, sticky, or stagnant energy. You might allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. You might imagine any energy you want to release is washing into the earth from your feet, that you are releasing it to the earth to be alchemized. Or you might even imagine the energy coming up and out of the top of your head and dissipating to the heavens. And you might shake or wiggle the body here. Just let the energy move. Let it come through your limbs, drip off of your fingers. Releasing, releasing, releasing on behalf of the collective, any old shadows ready and willing to be released. Releasing, 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 clearing, clearing, clearing. And just allow your body to be here. If you can relax it anymore, fantastic. but just being with whatever is, no judgment. We're going to move towards our time of guided practice. And as always, I like to say to receive this however is authentic for you. You can have your eyes opened or closed. You can get up and move. You can journal during it. You can doodle. There is no one right answer. Whatever you need to do. One last nice cleansing breath. Just blow it out. Let go of any residual energy that clings to you that you're ready to release. And then we'll begin to transition into our practice. So, first, just noticing yourself from head to toe here, your physical body, as we are here in this Capricorn energy, this earth energy. And Capricorn's really asking us to take stock, to pay attention, to get organized, to plan ahead, not so much to do and be in action right here, right now, but simply to notice and prepare. So letting that consciously go, noticing your body, any areas of tension, any areas of lightness, just noticing. And then gently releasing the focus on the body as you notice the thoughts themselves, your thinking mind. Have you been focused and thinking about any particular outcomes? Have you been in any stories? Noticing and then releasing that too. And as we release the thoughts and the stories, we begin to sink into the heart center, allowing ourselves to drift down from the thoughts into the space of our heart. And I invite you to recall a recent loving moment with an animal companion, nature, or a loved one. And if nothing immediately comes to mind, just imagining yourself surrounded by your favorite animal. Just allowing a sense of levity and love to expand in your heart space. As a portal in the heart opens out into a mountain scene, allowing this portal to open and for you to see a mountain range. And then, in your own time and way, stepping through this portal into this scene, sensing, seeing, knowing, however you do, that you are surrounded by mountains. And taking some moments to land here, to just take stock of your surroundings, of nature, noticing what time of day it is. You find yourself greeted by a guide who is here to work with you. Just pay attention to the first guide that shows up. And if no particular guide shows up or you'd like an additional one, there is a goat here. As you connect with goat and or your guide, just notice the earth beneath your feet. Notice the support that is here. Notice your body here in this space, connected within and without. And begin walking towards some of those mountains. Maybe one in particular catches your attention. Feeling your connection to the earth, the steps that you're taking to move in the direction that you want to move. And as you walk towards that mountain, just ask your guide if they have any messages for you right here, right now, about where you find yourself. Maybe you're in a chapter of tying up loose ends. Maybe you have clear goals for what's ahead. Maybe you feel a little crazy town and like you don't know what to do. Just whatever's here, noticing that. And does your guide have anything to say? One foot in front of the other, you continue to walk towards the mountains, only to realize as you get closer that etched into the sides of these mountains, somehow depicted, are some of the trials that you have overcome to get to where you are today. Told in the stony rock face, the past stories of where you've come from, the mountains that you have climbed to arrive where you are today. Just noticing you've lived so much life, you've been through so many things, you've experienced so many trials and tribulations, you've met so many challenges head on. You have lived this life. And there's all these stories to show for it, all this past history to show for it. And you see the mountain that is ahead for you. And you begin to move towards that one to begin climbing it. This one doesn't really have any major pictures on it yet, except for kind of your current circumstances, where you presently find yourself. So just noticing maybe some of the features, how steep the climb is. You and your guide begin to climb this mountain, heading towards the peak. And as you climb, you're filled with a knowing that there are grand things ahead, things you cannot yet see. But that as you climb, this work, this effort you're putting in, patiently taking one step after the other, is leading you towards the top of this peak. Your effort, one step forward at a time, will find you all the way at the top. You keep climbing. You might look back and see those pictures, those stories, that history. You've climbed so many mountains, and that's why you're able to climb this mountain right here, right now, with relative ease. You know, you know the way up. You've done this before. It might be a new mountain to climb, but you have learned the skills required along the way. You have grown in your capacity, your resilience. You have grown in your sense of self, your awareness. You have grown in your ability to look back and not have quite as high of a supercharge emotionally as you once did. You are opening up to so many more possibilities. As you climb and you climb, what lesson is here for you in the climbing? And just being with yourself here. You've put in so much hard work to this life. And before you know it, there you are. You thought you had so much further to go, but you are arriving at the top, at the peak of this mountain, and you and your guide are looking out over the horizon, looking out to this other side of the mountain you couldn't see before. What's here in your future? What are you welcoming? What are you calling in? What's here for you when you climb down the other side? Noticing, opening. When you tie up these loose ends, when you stand in your power, what's here for you? It's not the moment to descend into this new life yet. It's the moment to land. to root, to ground, to clear out that old energy. So maybe you lay on the earth at the top of this mountain peak. Maybe you sit. Maybe you stand with your arms open wide, whatever feels good to you. Just feel this present moment. You standing on top of the mountain, yet another year gone by, more experience gained. You here and now, a version of yourself you've never been before. You're being asked to be patient. If you try to run down the other mountainside, you will slip, you will fall. That's just nature. You want to take your time. You want to tread not carefully and cautiously, but with intention, with focus, with awareness of yourself in this time and space. You don't want to blindly traverse through life. You want to face it head on, seeing what's in front of you, able to be excited about what's coming. So feel that in your body now as you sit or stand or lay on this mountaintop. Feel in your body the certainty that you will forge your path ahead, that you will climb other mountains, that you will grow and learn and expand, and that it's okay to be patient. It's okay to be patient in co creating your dreams with the world. It's okay to be patient with yourself when you feel like you're not developing or moving along as quickly as you'd like to. It's okay to be patient and kind with yourself. Are there any other messages that your guide would like you to receive right now? Take some moments to listen for any other messages from the mountaintop. And no matter what you do or do not receive, know that you are so deeply loved, that Mother Gaia has you, that you have this team of seen and unseen helpers ready to support. And then, because it's not quite time, it's not quite time to walk down the mountain and go into the future. It's time to land. It's time to integrate. It's time to tie up those loose ends so that you can move forward. We're just going to pause right here. This snapshot of you atop of the mountain, feeling as good in your skin right now as you can, feeling as aligned and alive as you can, feeling the possibility of what the future brings, and feeling that glow emanating from your heart space. Go ahead and open the portal right here on the mountaintop. Opening this portal so that you can step through once again when you're ready to traverse down the mountain in the weeks and months to come in the journey ahead. But for right now, you on the mountaintop, this final snapshot, empowered, having overcome, having risen to the occasion, having showed up for yourself. This is the Capricorn energy that I want to leave you with. And so summoning that portal of the heart right to the top of this mountain, you can step through back into your body in your own time and way. Offering gratitude for your guide for showing up, for yourself showing up as we gently close out that portal, knowing you can come back anytime. And wiggling the fingers and toes. And if the eyes are closed, gently blinking them open. Let's go ahead and do our little no tiger twist here as we orient back to our space. Looking up, down, and around as we land. Mm. All right, my friends. I hope that that mountain was nourishing to you. It was, I think, very interesting what came through for me. And as always, you're welcome to share. You can share in the comments, you can share in a DM, you can share in an email. There is no right or wrong. These ceremonies are designed so no one ever has to bring themselves out of the broom closet to enjoy connecting to the moon. And I'm going to go ahead and get our cards ready here for our collective reading. But the energy that was coming through for me during that was just like all of us have survived just what feel like insurmountable odds. We have been through so many experiences in this life, and life keeps lifing around us, right? It feels a little chaotic or a lot bit chaotic, depending on your point of view. And we need to remember that we have survived so much that we are here to make the impact that we're here to make, and that we get to leave the past in the past. And we're being called to step into a new way with the collective. We're being called to embrace uh, more love for ourselves, certainly. And that, I believe, is the way through to creating a better collective for all, is through that self love. So I hope that your mountain showed you your strength. I hope your guides had some important messages for you. And if not, trust that they will come through in their own time and way. Let's see what the cards have to say. So, first, love this. Shed old skin, the snake. And actually, now that I think about it, this past lunar year was the year of the snake. And so many people feel like we're still shedding the skins, or we're shedding that final skin. And that's exactly where we're at. And I love that Holly reflected this, processing my feelings and wrapping up the deep work from 2025. That's this. Shedding that old skin, molting out of what was into the now and what can be. We're being asked to really leave the stories in the past, to leave those limitations in the past, and to step into the now so much more powerfully. So the snake is supporting the shedding of the skin. Our next card is the Star Ancestor, and this is all about following the voice of your own soul. I see so much codependency healing happening, so much people pleasing healing happening, so much, honestly, a lot of patriarchal healing, like healing from the patriarchy happening. But in all of this, the call to our soul is coming in more strongly than ever before. More and more people are waking up to, oh, like I have this higher self of me that is pulled through life wanting things of like my own heart and my own soul instead of just what everybody has told me to do. That is very much here in this energy. And with the Capricorn energy moving into the Aquarius energy, we're being given an invitation to actually follow that prompting, to really listen to the voice of our soul and actually do something with it. And that might be very new energy for some of us. Capricorn is asking us to lay the foundations and make sure that we're prepared. We've tied up the loose ends. We've shed the old skin. We've let go of what we need to let go of so that we can actually forge ahead with the plan. That is what Star Ancestor is saying here. Follow the voice of your soul. It's going to show you where you need to go. Trust that and listen. And then our final card is the Shaolin Master, to be graceful in our movement and our action. And I love this here because, again, I mentioned at the very beginning, this moon is more of a clear and cleanse and tie up loose ends new moon than a starting new projects new moon. So this is kind of reminding us, like, be graceful in your movement and action. You don't have to rush right now. In fact, please be patient. This this monk here, the Shaolin master, is moving through fluidly with life. And that is what we're being asked to do. If you look really closely, we've got the praying mantis, and we also have dragon energy in the back. So slow down, observe, notice, look around, see what's happening. Where is the voice of your soul calling you? And what old skins do you need to shed so that you can move forward and take the action that you need to take with integrity and gracefulness, whatever that means for you, right? The grace of your own self online. So I love this collective reading. I think it makes a lot of sense with the energy that is here. And I hope that you will allow yourself this experience of really going through the shedding, the releasing the old energy, pausing, being patient, laying the foundations as you clear up the old so that you can welcome in this new life. So, as we wrap up our ceremony today, I just want to give you a little preview of what is ahead, what's coming up. But again, thank you for being here with me. Thank you for taking some moments to be present. The more present that we are, the more we get our sense of control back, our sense of actually landing embodied and present in our lives. And that's where we can feel good and feel human. So I think it is just really important that we remember to take this time to slow down. So, what is coming up? I have no full moon coming up. This upcoming full moon coincides with Imulg. I am going to be celebrating Imulg with my dear friend Dr. Melissa Bird and all of the people who have signed up for seasonal shenanigans. So if you would like more information about seasonal shenanigans, you're welcome to head on over to my website, safrianna.com/seasonal, to get all of the details about that. But we will be celebrating Imulg in a private Zoom room on the holiday, February 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Would love to have you there. If you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to ask. And then a super special another YouTube live coming up. The Acorn Portal activation is on Sunday, the 25th. And that will be here on YouTube. So feel free to tune into that. Of course, just like with these things, the replay will be there for you. So that is a Sunday. And I think that that is actually at like 1:15 p.m. because we're actually in a void of course moon right up until like 1:10, I think. So we'll move out of the void of course moon and we will land in our acorn portal, which is going to be very earthy energy, kind of an extension of this. And then our next new moon ceremony. So the next time I am live here on YouTube for a moon ceremony is on Tuesday, February 17th, for our new moon in February. So I am so honored as always to be here with you all to do this. You know, I do these ceremonies for free so that everybody has an opportunity, anybody who has an internet connection, to tune in spiritually to their body, to their breath, to what's here. But if you have the means and desire to do so, you are welcome to donate at safrianna.com/donate. And last but not least, if you want to make sure that you never miss a moon ceremony, that you always have the link in your inbox and you know where to go, you are welcome to sign up for reminders at safrianna.com/moon. So I love you all so much. I hope that you are having a blessed new moon season here in your own space. I know that, again, there's so much going on in the world right now, and I hope that you and your loved ones are safe and that you continue to have and grow your capacity to be a voice, a presence, a power in the world of making this a better place for all. I am cheering us all on in that outcome, and I truly believe together we rise and we can do this. So, I love you. I see you. I believe in you. And as always, I'm cheering you on. Happy new moon. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.